Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. 49. 60 yards. Mike, 49. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. He's got a first down past the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Slam, slam, slam. 61. Match box. Right.
They'll run here with Balaj. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 15-90. Short. Drop deep. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Check.
Back to throw here. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
On the set.
5, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Protein spill.
Watch the run.
Go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
6-6. Bullet high.
A gain of 2.
Check safety.
Brings up 2nd
Five.
at the 5-yard line.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Hey!
Here comes the me, it's me.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Now he's going to let it go deep. It got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Chargers.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3
First
down.
and 10 at
Grace
the
don't
45-yard
travel.
line.
Hey, Charlie. Yes.
Mike, 55.
Hit it.
55. Mike.
Looking to
Here
throw.
we go.
Herbert. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the
ready
pocket,
next time.
and it results in a sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
Taylor eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Get it.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Jerome Baker in on the
Pilot,
tackle.
64, weak.
2 yards.
Lee Griffin.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Ready?
Back to throw. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Ready.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, check 20.
Hey, Rocket. Go.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
55, Mike, got 55. Rabbit.
Hey, seam 6.
Switch it.
5.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 49. Mike's 40.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
49. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins nothing.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 15 of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is, the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They run it with Balaj, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
First down, Miami.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Howard. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The tackle by Melvin Ingram. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A very solid gain of 27. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Dolphins' 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On second down, Eckler. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Watch it, 5. You go night-night. Don't go night-night. Show an 8. Show an 8.
6-6, bullet high.
On first and 10, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
It's our time. Our time. 56.
They'll set up a throw.
You're not ready.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
On the deep ball. Chris Harris on the coverage.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
56. Watch the slant.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're out looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Eckler and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
64, weak.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he completes it to Henry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. On the ground, it's Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
60 yards.
It's been a long day for you. Tight dog.
Topper. Big grip.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
132 fighter.
Check.
Hey, lock it.
31, check 31.
Ready?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
2nd and 9 now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Howard, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready up. 49. Mike's 49. Good. Watch the twist.
They go with Howard again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set, ready. 70 ending. 49 to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you. Look, smell. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Back to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, check. Kill. Bang, on the ball. Go.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Yo.
80 weapon. Smooth. Fire.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have 1 right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribe, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, Sam on.
They run again with Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Go. He's
6-6, bullet, to go.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Parker unable to get that one. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Allen, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the back.
And that's caught inside the 35.
The first down pass.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They're going to look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete to Grant. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Set, hut, go to base. Mike, 49. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Haywood. 49 set.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Down and goal from the 8-yard line.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. He'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Is good. Makes the score. Chargers 31.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 38 yards on the scamper there.
By Chris Harris. 38 yards on the play. First down, Miami.
Let's go. Hey, Lobo, 49's the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan, that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the